Muy buenos días a todos. Espero se encuentren muy bien. Estimados participantes, bienvenidos a este espacio organizado por Esquema Business School y la Cámara de Comercio e Industria France Colombia. Hoy nos acompaña Pauline Di Girolamo, Frédéric Bossard, Pierre Avaux y Guido Navia Gómez. Este espacio va a ser justamente sobre el tema de inteligencia artificial. Ellos nos van a explicar sobre todos los diferentes másters que proponen esta Business School francesa. Bienvenidos entonces a todos. Les recordamos que este webinar está siendo grabado, que luego encontrarán posteriormente en nuestra página www.france-almediocolombia.com en la parte de eventos y retrospectiva. Recuerden que todas sus preguntas o inquietudes nos las pueden dejar en la parte de abajo en el espacio QIA para resolverlas durante la charla. Bienvenidos entonces, queridos panelistas, queridos asistentes, gracias por asistir a esta invitación.
Gracias, Adriana. Entonces voy a empezar. Hola a todos, bienvenido. Es un gusto estar aquí con ustedes hoy. Muchas gracias a Adriana, a Dimitri y al equipo de la CCI Colombia por la organización del evento. Como Adriana explicó, me llamo Pauline, trabajo en las admisiones internacionales a SKEMA Business School y me encargo de las admisiones para América Latina. Como los programas que vamos a presentar hoy son impartidos en inglés, hemos decidido conducir la sesión en inglés, pero si hay alguna duda que tienen, pueden comentar en español, alguna pregunta que pueden pedir en español, no hay ningún problema. So I'll now switch to English to start the webinar. And to begin with, I'm happy to introduce you to our speakers of today. So we are really happy to be today with Frédéric Bossard, who is the program director for the MSc dbii, Digital Business and Artificial Intelligence. Hi, Frédéric. Thanks for being here.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. We are also joined today by Pierre Avaux, who is the admission manager for the program AIBT, Artificial Intelligence for Business Transformation. Hi, Pierre.
Hello, everyone, and thank you very much, Adriana, and to all the CCI team for the invitation. Thank you.
Thanks. And lastly, we will be welcoming Guido Navia. Guido is a current student from the MSc dbii. He is actually from Colombia, and he joined the program in September, just a few weeks ago. To start with the webinar, the agenda of the session will be as follows. So I will say a few words about SKEMA and give you some key figures about the school. Then Frédéric will introduce you to our AI School of Business. Then Pierre will present our MSc AIBT. Then it will be Frédéric presenting the MSc dbii. After that, we will have a testimonial from Guido, the Colombian student in our MSc dbii. And to finish with the presentation, I will give you some information about the requirements, the application process, and some benefits of being a student from SKEMA. And after the presentation, we will have a question and answer session. So for the question and answer, please don't be shy. We are really happy to be able to interact with you. We are welcoming any question in English or in Spanish. So please ask us anything you want. So without further ado, I will start with the presentation. So SKEMA, SKEMA is a global business school. We are ranked in the top 10 of the French business school. Our community is devoted to learning and to the transmission of management knowledge and practice. So we train future business leaders that are responsible, that are mobile, and able to grow in a multicultural environment. So as you can see on the map, we are truly a global school. We are unique in terms of international positioning. We have 9 campuses around the globe in the US, in Brazil, in France, in South Africa, and in China. So our students, depending on the specialization they will choose, will have the opportunity to study in the different campuses. So it's a great asset of being a SKEMA student. So now we'll share some key figures about the school. We have an extensive community of alumni, 50,000 alumni around the globe, from located in 145 countries. We have 10,000 students, and almost half of those students are international. We are really proud to have 130 nationalities represented. So our students' body is really diverse. We count with 160 permanent professors, and here again, half of them are international, and we are really happy to have that diversity in the faculty as well. And as mentioned, we have 9 campuses in the world, and as well as 140 academic partnerships. So it means that in addition to being able to study in different campuses, our students also get the opportunity to study in our partner universities. So we have highlighted here some of the ranking we are really proud about. As you can see, we are at the top of the international and French rankings. And something really important for us is that we have been able to maintain our really good position and to improve some of the position year after year. It's really representative of the quality of the program we offer. So here you can see some of the accreditation we have. We are a multi-accredited school, really proud about the quality approach we implement for each of our campus, each of our programs. These certifications really acknowledge the excellence of the training we offer, and it also allows our students to stand out from the other when they go onto the job market with a SKEMA diploma. So I will now let Frédéric introduce you to our AI School for Business. Thanks, Frédéric.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's very important, the subject of the artificial intelligence in SKEMA, and we create a school. And this school, it's on each campus, of course, but we have a different professor in Montreal, in Canada. And each professor has courses online or face-to-face in Sophia Antipolis, in Paris, in Bello. And why, the question is why AI in a digital, in a business school? For me, it's mandatory because you have all in your business the intelligence artificial. And the question is between a technical or vision, a business vision. And we have different information, different documentation, and we work on this subject with this vision business. It's very important. So of course, you have a global approach, research, Montreal, pedagogical experiences. Okay, of course, in each master, my master on IBT, we have these pedagogical experiences and of course, the impact, because at the end of this master, you find a job and you can explain what is this, the AI, but not just theoretic, operational. How do you make the money with these tools? And this is the impact. In Montreal, we have this research center. And the base of this research center, it's you have 3 sentences: ethical value, economical value, and societal value. This is the ADN of SKEMA. Okay, we can work on this domain, but I don't want to work just for this domain without no sense, without no ethic, without no economy and without this societal vision. And for me, when you have a research in SKEMA about this intelligence artificial, my vision and our vision, it's with these 3 sentences. It's very important.
So I will now take over. Thank you, Frédéric, for that. Just to introduce you to our program portfolio. So as you can see, we have programs ranging from the undergraduate to the master's and going up to PhD and our dbii program. We have decided for that session to focus on the MSc, Master of Science, either done in 1 year or in 2 years. And we will cover that later on during the presentation, but just to give you an overview of our program, I'm sharing that slide. That will be now the turn to Pierre to introduce the MSc AIBT. So Pierre, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, and hello again to everyone. So I will tell you a few words about the program. So I'm Pierre Avaux, and I'm the admission manager for the artificial intelligence for business transformation. And by these 6 following points, I will tell you a little bit more about what we are doing, what it is, for who it is, and also some testimonies of students who already did the program. So first will be the description of the program. So this is the description of the program. So this is the first fact to remember is that it's a joint degree of a business school and an engineering school, and it matches also what was saying also Frédéric and Pauline, that in our DNA, SKEMA always combine innovation and business in order to teach to the students. So this program is perfectly fitting into the school portfolio, and you will develop with this program some managerial competencies, but also some AI technology such as Python, R, and also you get some certification, for example, for Agile PM, which is a very valuable certification on the job market, which is most of the time expected by the company. So, and most of the students are getting it. It's not an obligation. We are proposing to it, but most of the students are getting in because it will be a huge plus afterwards for the job market. And what is very important, it's yes, on one part you have the teaching part, but you're also working on some real cases of some real companies and some big names that everybody knows, such as Microsoft. So this is it's a really unique program which is doing the connection between manager and AI technicals. It's really for the manager to understand what are doing the AI technicals, and vice versa. So in order that there is not at the moment such a program which is making the bridge between the manager and the AI technical. So this program is here to answer to this demand on the job market. So you can go to the next slide. So the program overview. So as I said, the first things to remember is that it's a joint degree from a business school and engineering school. It's a very business focused program. So how artificial intelligence can develop like a business. Some key figures: 93% of the students, they are having a job. This is how we are making our ranking at SKEMA. We are always asking to the students at 6 months if they have a job or not. And on this program, 93% of the students, they have a job at 6 months with an average salary of 45,000 euros. And I wrote you some example of jobs that they are doing. Most of them, they are in business transformation, in digital transformation. in digital transformation, and they can be either in companies which are really tech or non-tech. And this is also some top recruiting companies that we are also doing some visits, some business case. We have a very close relation with them. So this is for the program overview. On the free, for who is this program? So you have for both. It's, as I said, it's really the bridge between engineers and managers. So it will develop, you know, for engineers, these free skills. So AI is a critical skills for engineers of the 21st century. So it's very important, and it will be the future. We see that in more and more companies, you have the digital transformation, and you have a huge demand, but you don't have as much as profiles on the job market. Engineers, so they need not only technical skills, but also managerial skills. So that's why we create again this program, and so that they have like they really understand the business and how they can implement AI to improve the business. For managers, more in details, it's again the same problematic as for the engineers. So they need to understand it if you want to work in digital transformation. It's for the manager to have a solid background in terms of AI skills in order to understand what will do also the engineers. And if you go in the right direction, I mean, at least to understand what are they doing. And some specialized management skills are needed, especially for managing AI. So this is joining with the point just before. So it's really, again, the program is for both of the manager on one side and the engineer of the other side to understand each other. You can go on the next slide. Our partner, so the engineering school, it's called SEIEA. So it's the campus. So the first semester, to understand, is that the first semester you have it on their campus. So it's really in the heart of Paris. It's close to the Panthéon. So you'll be there to get all the technical parts, all the engineer parts, and then on the second semester, then you come to SKEMA to develop all the managerial part. You can go on the next slide, Pauline. Thank you. On this program, you have a dedicated team. So I'm part of the admission, the first email, but you see that on every level, at the student office, at the talent and career, and the alumni, you have a single person who will take care of you. And also admin, which is the program director. At each level, and if you have any questions, if you have any queries, etc., you have always somebody on each level to answer to you, and you have really a dedicated team to answer to all your questions. And on the next slide, these are some students who did already the program. So you can find the video on YouTube and also on our website. So you have this. These are two French guys that we made an interview. By the way, this is on our campus, so that you will study on the second semesters. We haven't shot the Eiffel Tower, but it's just behind on the left. You can you see that, for example, one is innovation project manager at Vinci, and you have also the second students, which is at La Forge. And you have also the Camila Londono, which is from Colombia, actually, who follow, because these two students, they were on the following the session fall 2021. And on fall 2022, we have Camila Londono, which is from Colombia, which is the major of the promotion of AI this year of the cohort. And she is working right now in AI, and she will defend her thesis in right now in the end of October. And you can also find her on the LinkedIn. These free students, they are always, I mean, you can contact them also on LinkedIn to ask them what is their feedback, how it was to study, to have some tips, etc. But they will tell you how they were, let's say, happy about the program, and really that it's really intense. It's 2 semesters of 4 months, and then you have the internship to do, but you can contact them and to get some insight, or really some focus of what they study into the program. Thank you very much. And
Thank
now,
you, Pierre. Thank you for that.
you're welcome.
I'll pass on to Frédéric now for the dbii program. Thank you, Frédéric.
Yes, thank you. Just first in introduction about the localization. This master is not in Paris, it's in Sophia Antipolis. The question is, it's random? It's because it's the south of France? No, we are in the heart of Sophia Antipolis. What is this? It's the first technopole in Europe. And we have around the campus, first, around 1,500 companies. We have an house of the artificial intelligence. We have an association, Cluster AI, with around 80 companies. So we have a real ecosystem around this campus. It's very important because at the end of this master, you have an internship and 6 months maximum. And during the master, I have and I propose different seminar with different professionals. This is the time, or you can exchange your business card, or you can find a job, you can find an internship. For me, I want a real bridge between the business world and the student world in SKEMA. The philosophy of this master is operational, very professional. We have 2 keywords. First, digital business. Okay, you understand what is this data, you know you have a lot of data, but now how you can use this data. You can create your strategy, marketing strategy, finance strategy, but you have this data, and it's very important to understand why you have this data. And you have the artificial intelligence. Okay, it's another keywords. At this moment, you learn a new knowledge about the different tools if you want to manage the data with the artificial intelligence. For example, you have here in this slide different courses, fall semester and spring semester. In first semester, you have different courses, theory courses about Python, for example, because it's very important to understand what is this if you want to manage the data. You have courses about the digital marketing. Okay, you have the data, you have your tools with the artificial intelligence, and you create a strategy. And you have a new courses, its name is company project. What is this? It's a real project with a real company, with a real human, with a real business, and you work with the company during all the year. And for me, you are not just a student, you are consultant, junior consultant, and you work. You are not alone, of course, because we have a coaching session, a technical coaching session, business coaching session, and you work step by step. You have, the name is a review. You have the review in December and another in April. What is this? It's like a roadshow, and you present all your work with your team to the company. It's very important for me. It's not a theoretic study case. It's a real company in Sophia Antipolis with a real business model and business plan. Spring semester, you have another courses, of course. You have the step 2 company project, and you have different elective. So at this moment, in the different, what is this elective? It's optional courses, and you choose among this elective what you want. At the end, you have 6 credits. And you have in the elective and in different courses the different certification. I want to make a focus on this. First certification with, and like IABT, Agile. Why Agile certification? What is this Agile? It's the main, for me, it's the main certification in the project management domain. Why? Because it's not possible to manage a project if you don't have all the tools and you have the methodology and the tools with this Agile methodology. And at the end of this master, of course, you have your graduation from SKEMA. Great. But you have another certification from another company. And it's very important because it's very professional. You have another certification with Google. Oh, you say, okay, Google, advertising, display. No, you have a certification with a focus on the machine learning. So you can add on your CV this certification. And you have a new certification with Power BI and PMI, Project Management Institute. What is this? It's, you use Power BI. It's online software from Microsoft, and you can create a form, you can create a survey, you can create an application, and of course, you work with the PMI and you mix project management, technical, and these tools. At the end, you have a certification. So for me, it's very, very important. It is not the heart of this master, but for me, this master, you have different phases. Phases technique, another business, another strategy, marketing, and business. At the end, you are data analysis, but with commercial marketing strategy vision. So it's very, very important. And of course, in fall semester and spring semester, you have aligned career management. What is this? You have a department in SKEMA, and you are not alone. If perhaps you don't know exactly the ecosystem, you don't have the real keys. If you want to open different door from this company or another company, we have this department, and the mission is the department help you if you want to contact a company. And we have, of course, all the alumni. It's a real link between you in this master and your future company, your future job, and why not your future internship, of course. Let's talk about money. So the goal for me, it's very important in my philosophy. I want an operational professional MSc. So at the end, I want you have a job. So, okay, you have a job, but you have a lot of knowledge because your background is different. And we had during this year different level. And for me, the average starting salary, it's, around 46,000 euros. And for me, it's very important. The second line, you have a job after this master. For me, it's very, very important. You have a job where big company, large company, Accenture, Amadeus, Amazon, Amadeus. You have Amadeus in Sophia Antipolis. You have Capgemini. You have Deloitte. Salesforce. I can had Yahoo last year. I can had Céline Blue. It's a startup in France. If you want to manage a lot of mails, so you have a job because you have this vision. You have this large vision with a part digital business and a part artificial intelligence. And you have the graduation from SKEMA on all the certification on your CV. So your CV, it's a specific CV And you are not just okay, we have the same CV when I have this graduation. No, because you are for me your own signature with your different certification, with your different background, with your different option in this master.
Thank you, Frédéric, for that.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. So we are done with the presentation for the dbii in terms of the academic structure of the program. We'll be joined by Guido Navia, who is, as I mentioned before, a student from Colombia. He started in September, and he will be able to share just in a few moments his testimonial about the course and let you know about his choices and why he selected France and the program. So I think we have Guido at the moment. Hi, Guido. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Pauline. How everyone? I was in the middle of the class, so I just connected right away.
You don't have the courses now, I hope.
Just for the sake of the presentation. So I think that Pauline give me the floor to speak about my experience as SKEMA. I am Guido Navia. I am economist and a institution from the National University of Colombia that many of you probably know or are aware of. And just to tell a little bit of my background and what I chose SKEMA is because I've been working in several places from private to public sector. And I also been working in Colombia, but also in Brazil. And I've been living abroad for a long period of time in my life. So I want to find an institution that matches with my values of being in an international environment, but also to have more applied knowledge because my previous training were more theoretical, and somehow I did not find a place where actually they talk about what the real and more sophisticated tools are in order to shape data. So when I was working in Brazil, I found that SKEMA has this particular approach of learning by doing, because they don't only have the academia that is very important as the theory, but also they match it with several companies that are working in the cutting agents technology. So that's basically one of the reasons. So I prepare a lot to get into SKEMA, perhaps a year ago of my incoming, because as many of you know, I applied for a Colfutura scholarship. So if you are trying to apply to a SKEMA and trying to do about a scholarship, I would suggest that you start in this time if you want to come for the next year. And yeah, basically, I don't know if there are any questions about I don't know, whatever you want to ask for the participants.
I'm not sure we have questions yet, but what we might do, Guido, is that if there are questions in the end, I'll just finish with the presentation and we can go back to the question, and I can let you know if there are questions for you in particular, if that's okay.
Perfect. Thank you again,
Lovely.
Pauline, for the floor.
Thank you. Thanks for your testimonial. It's really, I'm sure the participants are really happy to hear your feedback. So after, to finish with the presentation, I will just introduce you to our admission process and the requirements. So as you can see on the screen, we have either the 2 years of the 1 year MSc for both of the specializations. I believe that for most of you in Colombia or in Latin America, you are eligible for the 1 year MSc because we need 240 credits, which is either 4 or 5 years degree. Or if you have a 3 years degree, which is not really current in Latin America, but you would need to have at least 3 years of work experience. But if you have more than 240 credits, you can go with the 1 year MSc, which is going into the specialization directly. You can see that we have language requirement, and as mentioned, all the programs are taught in English, fully in English. There is no French and no French requirement. So for the English, we accept those tests listed, so the TOEIC, the TOEFL, the IELTS, and we also have an in-house test called the Easy Speaking test, and we can invite you for free to take it if you don't have a test at the moment. So that's for the requirement, basically. Then in terms of the selection process, it is in 2 or 3 steps depending on the specialty you will choose. So the first step is common to both of the options. It's an online application that you have to submit on our website, My SKEMA. And basically you will have to submit the list of documents listed on the screen now. The second step for the MSc dbii will be the interview with the program director. It's a 30-minute interview that you take online, so you don't have to come to France, or you don't have to travel, or it's everything done virtually. And we will evaluate your profile, your motivation, and we'll want to hear about your professional projects. For the MSc AIBT, there is an extra step in between step 1 and step 2. So it's a Visio Talent called. You will be asked some question and you will have to answer them on a video call. And the question will be trying to evaluate again your motivation, your knowledge about the program and about this field of study, and will allow you to go to the final step with the program director for the interview. In terms of deadline, we are now open for September 23 applications. So you still have the time to apply for our January intake if you want, but if not, September is possible to apply now. For the deadline, there is no strict deadline. Each 15th of the month, a new application cycle starts. However, of course, the earlier you apply, the earlier you can secure your place. And please keep in mind that the places are limited, so the sooner the better. Also, in terms of scholarship that I will introduce in a sec, it is important to do your application quickly. And lastly, in terms of visa application, because most of you would need a visa, we strongly advise you to start the process early, just to make sure you let enough time for the visa process. Just quickly, in terms of funding, you can see here on the screen the fees for both programs. We're also happy to share that we have scholarships for our international students. We have an excellent scholarship ranging from 2,000 to 4,000 euros. It is based on your previous background in terms of academic excellence. We have an early bird scholarship based on the date actually of when you will secure your place. So to give you an example, if you apply for September 2023, you would need to secure your place by the end of February to receive this scholarship, this discount. And for the MSc dbii, we're also happy to have a scholarship with the Université Côte d'Azur. And for the details about the application process, you can get in touch with us. There is also a scholarship that Guido mentioned about from Colombia, called Futuro. If you have questions about called Futuro, I would invite you to get in touch with Guido because he was selected this year. And so called Futuro helped him to come to France, and that was really helpful for him to manage to do his degree. We are accepting payment in installments, so you can arrange that with our payment office the way you want. Just to finish, I will present some of the benefits that you get when you join our school. So SKEMA Ventures, an increasing number of our students want to prepare a business startup while they are studying at SKEMA. So to help them developing their startup, launching their idea, we have created the Venture Factory. It's an incubation system available on each of our campuses. So wherever you are, you will benefit from that. And the way it works is that students are assigned a coach that will guide them through the process, provide them all the tools and advice on their business strategy. And we are really proud to tell that since the creation of SKEMA Ventures, more than 200 successful companies were created. So this is working very well. It's a great added value for you. So I would encourage you to check out the website. And if you have some entrepreneurship ideas, I strongly believe that SKEMA is the right school for you because we have all the tools to help you. Just in terms of corporate relation and careers, and Frédéric mentioned that already, but we are really proud to have a talent and career center available for each of our students. It's a real benefit of being a SKEMA student because you get access to a professional team here for you. They will help you in terms of professional branding. So enhance your CV, your cover letter, prepare for interview, adapted to the market you are in. They will help you with creating or developing your career plan. So understanding the range of careers that are associated with your program to build your career plan. They also use our broad alumni network. So you get really a comprehensive support. And you also have access to a lot of employment tools online to help you in your job search. Another really important point for our Talent and Career Center is the meeting with the company. So as you can see on the screen, we have more than 2,500 companies, partners, and you will get many opportunities to meet with them during forums, during presentation from companies. You will also be able to meet some graduates from specific sectors. They will organize also a recruitment session on the campus. So this is a real support for you in terms of career prospects. Lastly, as mentioned, we have a really broad alumni network, so 50,000 around the globe. This alumni network, you will benefit from it when you join the school and for all your professional life. So the alumni network will help our graduates to move forward in their career. So it will give you some different support, and you will always find an alumni in some part of the world, because as you can see, we have a lot of nationalities represented in many countries. So you can see here on the screen to finish some example of our alumni careers that we are really proud about. They go on to brilliant careers in a broad range of international known companies. And the idea in showing that to you is to tell you that you could be one of those people if you choose to join SKEMA and to do one of our degrees. So it is something we are really proud about. Just to finish, I will share on the screen our contact. So as you might have understood, Pierre will be the preferred contact for the MSc AIBT in terms of application, anything you might need. And I would be the one for the dbii. So you can contact us by email. We have also WhatsApp numbers, so you can send us some text. We are happy to receive them. And I will also share in the chat in 1 second a link to take an individual personalized online meeting with us at any time. So you can book an appointment with us if you want to go into more details. And that's it. Actually, that's time for the question and answer. I hope some of you have a question for us. We are here to answer them. Thank you for your attention.
Gracias a todos. ¿Sí me oyen bien?
Sí.
Perfecto.
Gracias.
Queridos participantes, muchas gracias por su asistencia. Bueno, no tenemos preguntas y respuestas, sin embargo, pues sabemos que el equipo de SKEMA está justamente dispuesto a contestarles. Les recordamos que este webinar fue grabado y que lo van a encontrar en nuestra página www.france-almediocolombia.com en eventos retrospectiva. Igualmente, pues quería agradecer de antemano a Pauline, a Frédéric, Pierre y Guido por sus testimonios, por compartirnos pues justamente un poco de toda esta experiencia. Qué importante saber es justamente de un programa no solamente en qué consiste el programa, sino qué tipo de empleo vamos a poder encontrar después en el momento de pasar a una vida activa. Entonces, pues de verdad, muchas gracias. Me imagino que si luego tenemos alguna pregunta, pues justamente también el equipo de la CCI va a poder pues hacerles el relevo ante SKEMA.
Claro,
Poli, muchas gracias. Entonces también
gracias.
justamente por este mensaje lo voy a compartir aquí para todos, el book online.
Sí, y eso permite a los estudiantes, como lo comenté, para solo tomar una cita online, una cita con Pierre o mí.
Listo, perfecto. Ya lo compartí entonces para todos,
Ajá.
para que tengamos la información.
Muchísimas gracias.
A ustedes, de verdad, muchas gracias por su tiempo, por compartirnos un poquito y hacernos vivir esta experiencia francesa en inglés aquí en Colombia. Entonces, muchas gracias. Esperamos pues tenerlos en otra oportunidad y en otra ocasión, pues ojalá presencialmente. Bienvenidos entonces también aquí a Colombia, Colín, para una
Muchas
próxima
gracias.
ocasión.
Gracias por todo.
A ustedes, mil gracias. Entonces damos por terminado este
Sí.
evento
Ujú.
que les recordamos podrán encontrar justamente y hacerle pues todas sus preguntas a Pauline. Muchas gracias.
Claro.
Excelente día
Gracias
a
a
todos.
todos.
Muchas
Adiós.
gracias.
Hasta luego.
Gracias.
Gracias.